Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your May astrology. It's all kicking off. It's really intense. Now, I'm going to begin with something that means you're going to have to do a little bit of homework. We have a major karmic shift as the nodes are shifting signs. So we have the North Node going into Gemini and the South Node going into Sagittarius. And you're like, what's the nodes, Michelle? Go onto my website, get your free natal chart, which has a description, work out where your nodes are. Yeah, and then you will find out a massive shift is coming, and it will help you find out which area. And it's all about a karma change. Our karma is changing. Happens every 18 months, but it gives us a fresh way to evolve and transform and change our reality. So I'm not going to talk about that here, but it's really important that you find out where your nodes are, particularly if it turns out that your nodes are in Gemini or Sagittarius, because it means there's a big breakthrough coming for you. Anyway, aside from that, it's a massive month. We have Jupiter and we have Saturn and we have Venus going retrograde. It's full on. There's such learning and fingers crossed, the opportunity for empowerment. Here's your monthly astrology. Gemini, you magnetic creature. This month is super powerful for you. There's so much going on. Now, the North Node is going into Gemini. It's really super, even doubly important for you to go and check out where your nodes are to see how all this energy is going to work. But you are changing your view about where you're going, and you're realizing and releasing a lot of karma to transform your life, and it all kicks off this month. On top of that, we have a full moon that's making you think about your health and well-being and changing your habits. You're well up for change this month, Gemini. You're like, right, what can I change and what can I do? And it's, it's big news because you want to shift patterns. Not only do you want to, it's almost like you feel compelled to. You can't be living the same way, doing the same patterns. A part of your being has woken up and gone, no, it's time to liberate myself. It's time to free myself of the crap and move forward. And the full moon is going to help you point out where that is. Now, Mercury, your ruler, is going into your sign. So you got the gift of the gab. Your words are spells. You know exactly what to say to get what you want. Your mind is just dazzling this month. And your ability to communicate is dazzling. And you're able to really get your ideas out there and promote yourself and all of that malarkey. What else is happening? Now, of course, Saturn is going retrograde. It's going retrograde and making you think about the past in some way and how you can transform the past. Mars is going into your career zone, and you're like, you've got the drive and you've got the grit and you've got the power to get projects underway. I know, we've had all this stalling and now you're raring to go. Whether you're doing it on your own and you're coming up with a new idea to push forward, or whether there's news of you being able to do something externally, I don't know. But I can tell you one thing, it's got the potential to be very, very powerful for you. Now, Venus in your sign is going retrograde. So that's very, very full on. You're really examining relationships. Relationships are on your mind. You might hear from an ex-lover. It may be that you want to start again. Even if you're in a great relationship, it's like it's the beginning of a new cycle, but you have to go back to the past to be able to create this new cycle. So if you're in a relationship, what was it like at the beginning? How have you transformed? How have you healed? How have you changed? How can what can you reflect on to enhance your current relationship? And if you're single, you may be reflecting on past patterns when it comes to relationships. And as I say, the past may come, not literally, but zooming to your door, or, messaging you. And you're like, wow, what does that mean? What is the message? What is the message from the past when it comes to love? You have the answer within your soul, and it's going to really help you. I mean, this is going to go on for some time, but after all this reflecting and doing the work in between, it will help your intimate relationships. The new moon is in your sign. Yeah, baby. And in fact, the whole cosmos is singing your tune, because we have the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Vesta, and the North Node all in Gemini. There is a vibrating, penetrating, intense, universal energy boosting you at the moment and polishing you up. You know, well, you're doing it yourself. Your soul is coming up with answers, your mind is coming up with answers, and you're feeling like, I want to be my best self. You know, and I know it can be exhausting and depressing and hard and tough, but even if you're going through a really hard time, hopefully you will reach out and get support, and by talking things through, you know, or getting a therapist or getting some help, there'll be some resolution for you. So wherever you are, whether you're seriously happy or whether you're in a really bad space, this talking, your mind coming alive to help you transform everything. And if there is any wounds in the past connected to ex-lovers or experiences, even your childhood where you didn't feel loved, again, that's coming to a head for you to heal and transform. Mercury is also conjunct that North Node around the 28th. Expect a karmic surprise from the universe. You know, expect a golden arrow, cosmic arrow pointing in the direction that you need to go in. There's a very, very powerful message coming around that day. Then Mercury's leaving your sign on the 28th. Make sure that you get everything done and said and shore up your ideas before the 28th. But then after that, you're digging down and you're creating foundations in your ideas to make them blossom and grow and be stable and true. Take care, beautiful, and I'll speak to you soon. Hi gorgeous, before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings, I don't do them anymore, but for over 20 years I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly hand-pick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope, it's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.